No alarms, no warning, just a quiet shoreline. Calm water laps against the Black Sea coast as night settles in. Harbor lights shimmer across still waves. Russian sentries move through another routine shift, expecting nothing more than boredom until sunrise. To them, this is just another uneventful night at one of the most secure ports in the country. But beneath that stillness, something is already moving. Far beyond the visible horizon, a strike package is forming, silent, precise, and completely unseen. Missiles hug the curvature of the earth. Drones begin lifting into the dark sky like static before a storm. Every system is active, yet nothing feels wrong. Yet, this port has defenses designed to stop anything. Or so they believe, because while the surface remains peaceful, the countdown has already begun. And by the time anyone realizes what's happening, it will already be too late. What made this night feel so safe was the same belief that would soon collapse, because the entire defense of this port rested on one system and one assumption: no alarms, no warning, just a quiet shoreline. Calm water laps against the Black Sea coast as night settles in. Harbor lights shimmer across still waves. Russian sentries move through another routine shift, expecting nothing more than boredom until sunrise. To them, this is just another uneventful night at one of the most secure ports in the country. But beneath that stillness, something is already moving. Far beyond the visible horizon, a strike package is forming, silent, precise, and completely unseen. Missiles hug the curvature of the earth. Drones begin lifting into the dark sky like static before a storm. Every system is active, yet nothing feels wrong. Yet, this port has defenses designed to stop anything. Or so they believe, because while the surface remains peaceful, the countdown has already begun. And by the time anyone realizes what's happening, it will already be too late. What made this night feel so safe was the same belief that would soon collapse, because the entire defense of this port rested on one system and one assumption. Hundreds of kilometers away from the Black Sea coast, the operation truly begins. Deep inside Ukraine's Odessa region, hidden beneath pine trees and camouflage netting, a single truck sits perfectly still. No lights, no noise, just quiet preparation. To the outside world, it's nothing. But inside, this vehicle carries a decision that cannot be undone. Engineers move with precision. Wind profiles are checked. Sea skimming routes are calculated. GPS waypoints are refined down to meter-level accuracy. On glowing laptop screens, thermal maps reveal enemy defenses S4O clusters. Radar nodes, pump stations, fuel terminals all marked, measured, memorized. Inside the launch capsules rests Ukraine's most feared weapon in this operation: long-range Neptune missiles, modified for land attack. Heavy warheads, long-reach, built to fly low, stay hidden, and strike exactly once. For launch tubes slowly rise, taller than the truck itself. A non-commissioned officer pauses at the control console. A red safety cover, one lift, and there's no going back. No countdown theatrics, no speeches, just one word: ready? As the command is given, silence gives way to force, because in the next few seconds, the night sky itself is about to break open. The night is broken by a mechanical roar. One by one, the Neptune missiles erupt from their vertical tubes, boosters igniting into orange streaks of fire. 4 pillars of light pierce the darkness, climbing rapidly into the sky before pivoting toward the Black Sea. In under 15 seconds, the entire strike package is airborne. They soar low, hugging the curvature of the earth, subsonic yet fast enough to minimize reaction time. Each missile follows a meticulously plotted path: Odessa to the Black Sea vector, then straight toward Novorossiysk. Every meter of the 1,000-kilometer flight is calculated to exploit weaknesses, avoid detection, and remain deadly precise. Far to the east, Russian radar operators notice anomalies: hundreds of targets, flickering and chaotic. Their systems classify, lock, and fire, but they don't yet realize what's real and what's illusion. Above the water, Neptune missiles glide unseen, hidden by sea clutter and low altitude. This is no ordinary launch. It's a symphony of physics, engineering, and strategy designed to make the impossible possible. And while the first missiles vanish into the night, something even more deceptive begins. A storm of drones meant to blind, distract, and confuse. As the Neptune missiles slice through the night, another wave emerges: hundreds of small drones, chaotic and unpredictable, FP-1 and FP-2 kamikaze UAVs, released across the Black Sea, swarm like static in a storm. To Russian radars, it's a forest of targets, impossible to separate, impossible to prioritize. Engagement algorithms stumble. Operators fire blindly, tracking shifting blips that rise, drop, vanish, and reappear. Every decoy is designed to confuse, every flight path engineered to overload the S-400's sensors. Above the missiles, the drones dance a curtain of false threats, and beneath that chaos, the real weapons glide silently, unseen, invisible against the curvature of the Earth. The Neptune missiles follow a low, sea-skimming path, their radar cross-section merging with the waves. What looks like a defensive victory, interceptors streaking into the sky. Explosions erupting hides the truth. The port's greatest defenses are being methodically bypassed. In the next moments, physics meets strategy, and the first targets will feel the consequences of an attack they never saw coming. While chaos reigns in the skies above, the Neptune missiles glide silently below the radar, hugging the curvature of the Earth. They remain hidden from sight, their radar cross-section blending perfectly with the ocean's surface. Physics becomes the weapon. The S-400's theoretical 400 km coverage cannot see past the horizon. Sea-skimming flight makes the missiles invisible until the last crucial seconds. Every calculation, every meter of their low-altitude path ensures they remain undetected, merging with the waves, waiting for the moment to strike. This is modern warfare executed in shadows, precision without presence. The port's defenders are watching everything, except what matters most, and while the radar struggles with what it cannot see, Russian operators turn their attention to what is visible. But what they see will only lead them further into deception. Bright streaks of missiles and flashes of explosions fill the night, but it's an illusion. Russian Pantsir, Tor, S-300, and S-400 systems fire relentlessly at decoy drones, burning through ammunition with every passing second. Interceptors cut through the air like blades of white fire, illuminating the chaos. From a distance, it looks like a triumphant defense, wave after wave of enemy targets being destroyed. But in truth, the defenders are being played, while they focus on the decoys. The real threat moves unhindered, crossing the coastline, closing in on critical radar clusters, tank farms, and pumping stations. The illusion of control has blinded them to the inevitable. What appears as victory is already defeat. The first targets are moments from destruction. What seemed untouchable will soon be shattered. Seconds before dawn, the first Neptune missile emerges from the shadows. Radar finally detects a faint silhouette, but it's too late. The infrared seeker locks on the Cuban regiment's S-400 cluster, highlighting the glowing radar panels and launcher tubes. With pinpoint precision, the missile ascends slightly, then dives. A blinding detonation shatters the radar head, sending metal and sparks into the night sky. Chain reactions ignite the ready-to-fire missiles stored nearby. 4 pillars of flame erupt sequentially, illuminating the port as if the night itself is on fire. For the Russian operators, the nightmare begins here. Their most trusted defenses, the symbols of invincibility, are being obliterated before they can respond. While the first cluster burns, another target awaits. The second Neptune follows swiftly. Its thermal sensors lock onto the 9-2 and 6 engagement radar cluster. A precise strike ignites the generators and launcher tubes, creating a devastating chain of explosions. Russian interceptors streak overhead, unaware their guiding radar is gone. What should have been a coordinated defense crumbles in real time. The illusions of security are shattered, leaving the port blind and vulnerable. In just minutes, multiple air defense batteries, radars, and critical systems lie in ruins. The once untouchable shield has been breached, and the stage is set for devastation to spread further across the port. With the defenses neutralized, nothing now stands between the next strikes and the heart of the port itself. By dawn, the scale of destruction becomes clear. Satellite imagery confirms it. Multiple S-400 launchers destroyed, radars obliterated, engagement arrays eliminated. The remaining systems are physically intact, but tactically useless, blind, isolated, and unable to coordinate. What was once Russia's most trusted defensive shield has fallen. The port, the crown jewel of Black Sea logistics, now lies exposed for the first time in decades. Its operators realize their invincibility was an illusion. The silence after the explosions is deafening, but the danger isn't over. The port's critical infrastructure remains vulnerable, waiting for the next phase of precision strikes. With the air defenses crippled, the path is clear for the next assault. The attack moves from destruction of shields to devastation of the port itself. The third Neptune missile locks onto the Shusharis terminal pumping station. Thermal sensors highlight the heat signatures of pipelines and manifolds, guiding the warhead with unerring accuracy. The missile ascends briefly, then executes a near-vertical dive. Detonation occurs directly above the manifold, controlling fuel flow. Shockwaves ripple through the pipelines. Control room systems are destroyed. Electrical grids collapse, and fire spreads through the infrastructure like a living artery. By the end of the operation, for Neptune missiles had rewritten the rules of engagement. Russia's most formidable air defenses lay in ruins. A port once considered untouchable now smoldered under the aftermath of precision strikes. This was modern warfare physics, strategy, and technology executed with surgical precision. The combination of decoy drones, radar horizon exploitation, and sea-skimming missiles proved that no system is invincible. What was once theory became reality. Once an untouchable target is proven vulnerable, every similar defense is suddenly exposed. The echoes of this strike will be felt far beyond the Black Sea. Lessons learned here will shape strategies, fuel innovations, and redefine the meaning of deterrence. Call to action. If you want to see more deep dive analyses of modern military strategy and high-stakes operations, subscribe now, hit the like button, and turn on notifications. Don't miss the next episode, where we break down the technology behind these strikes in detail.